All right, we should be live. Hey, everyone, and welcome to another Release Radar. If you can see us, let us know in the comments so that we know we successfully made it live. And let's see, I'm joined once again by Ryan Howell from my team over in product marketing. Ryan, happy Friday.
Happy Friday. It's been quite a week.
It has been quite a week. I feel like there were some massive releases that went out this week. And I'm excited to dive into it. I think we should hang out for just maybe one more minute until we start seeing some comments flow through. So again, if you can see us and you can hear us, say hello in the comments so that we know we successfully made it live. And we will dive into this week's releases in just a moment. We've got the deck all teed up. This week, we're going to get a little more visual. So hopefully the show will be a little bit more exciting this week. Again, this is our second episode of doing it in this new live format. So hopefully everybody enjoys it. Again, let us know in the comments what you think. So Ryan, let's go ahead and hop into it. I'm going to share our screen here and we can talk about our first release. This one, I think we both kind of laughed because I feel like as this was in the works, I don't know if I totally understood the concept or if I just wasn't paying attention. But then this went live yesterday and I was just like, holy smokes. It felt like it came out of the field for me, but this is a big one.
This was a surprise. Again, just there's so much happening. We lose some of these details that are kind of important, but this is a huge release.
So these are payment links. So walk us through what we're seeing here.
So payment links, the idea here is that you can generate a link and it takes them directly to a checkout page. So if you're familiar with Stripe has a product that's like this too. I think it's called Stripe Checkout. But in this scenario, you can generate your own link right within HighLevel and bam, you get loaded onto a really nice looking checkout page. It's got the product info there. And then I think there's a couple other screens of what happens after the fact. There's a little thank you page, confirmation, and then you can edit, what this page looks like too. So it's not just
super cool. I mean, this is like, again, at first you're like, huh? And then you kind of, when you think about it, you see the power of this. You just want to sell something quickly and you want it to look great, right? Like not just like an invoice. You want to basically create a checkout page for something that looks really visually appealing and just be able to send it to someone and say, there you go ahead and buy it.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
This is a similar kind of concept to how forms and surveys work too, right? Like you can just grab in calendars, you can just grab a link, especially if you're in SaaS mode, you can use a white label API domain and it's your link, it's your domain, and you just pop it out there and you've got it ready to go. You don't have to like go through the process of building out a funnel page, adding it to your site, which can be time consuming if you're just trying to get it out there. So
and with this comes a new gray label. So just like there's lead connector for certain things now, the default URL for these links is fast pay direct, I think. So something that sounds vague but professional. So we can all just generate these quick links for products, send them out, and start collecting money faster than ever. Here we go. We've got the thanks for your payment there. And whoops, phone's ringing. Turn that off.
Live show.
And here's where the where we build it out, right? So here's where we configure the page real quick and then generate our link.
Yeah.
So payment links, amazing. This next one, I don't even know if I saw this one, but this is pretty cool. Do you want to walk us through? This is an update to the integrators marketplace.
Yeah, so app marketplace is continuing to move forward. Lots of interesting developments on the horizon as well. But this one is really just about integrating product updates that are happening within the app marketplace. So if you've got an app that's installed, you want to know like what's happening there. Bam, you've got a way to see that similar to what we have in HighLevel with the change log that admins can see.
Exactly. So changelog essentially for the integrators marketplace, which is amazing. I popped in there the other day and I forget what integration I saw, but I was like, holy smokes, this is awesome. There's tons of great stuff in there. If you haven't checked it out, just head over to marketplace.gohighlevel.com and you can check out all these add-ons that people have built to enhance HighLevel, take it in different directions. So check it out if you haven't been in there. It's definitely some cool stuff, and there are more joining every day.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's another view of the changelog. And all right, communities. Communities got a bunch of updates recently. I feel like every day they're dropping something. But this week we got some good ones. What are we looking at here?
This one is it's something that's been requested a lot, which is obviously what we go on. We build products that people want, right? This is the ability similar to like on Facebook where you can tag everyone in a specific community or group. And the idea behind this is that, you can actually push out notifications and get people into the group and communicating and engaging with specific content. So
super powerful, right?
yeah.
In any community, you want to just be able to like broadcast everyone and like general alert, something's new, come back to the community and engage. And so now we've got that with the @everyone, which we just started using ourselves for Content Army, and definitely effective.
Yeah, absolutely. And then that's what the notifications look like, in app. So
Right, which look great. The new notifications is awesome, and I know they're just continuing to beef that up. So kudos to the membership team. Great
yeah,
update. Or sorry, the communities team. And what are we looking at here? I think this is the same thing, right?
yeah,
All right, next up, the Ninja release of the week. This thing is just crazy. We can now suck in Kajabi courses, which I know was a big ask and got a big reaction. People are thrilled. This essentially just makes making the jump quick and easy. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I have manually imported Kajabi courses, and it is very time consuming. So this is a huge feature that didn't get a lot of press, but this is a big one for people that they're thinking on the fence. They're like, I got all these courses in Kajabi. I don't know. Here's your easy button. It's done.
Yeah, it works incredibly well. There's a couple of caveats. Your Kajabi course has to be in like one of two of their themes or something like that. And then there's a safety mechanism built in so that like if I have access to a course that Ryan made, I can't import it and steal it essentially. You have to be the owner of the course in order to suck it in. So really cool work. I saw it in motion and it happens really fast, and it just feels sort of magical. So yeah, if you've been sort of delaying it or putting it off because of the pain of manually, downloading and moving everything over, like Ryan said, you've got the easy button now. You just hit go and it'll suck over your whole Kajabi course right into HighLevel memberships.
Yeah. And there's a couple of screens here that show
Okay.
what the UI looks like with the process. We outline everything. It's not just put it in and hope for the best. So trying to give you more visibility there.
Awesome. Okay, cool. So let's dive into some of the other stuff that went out this week. This first one is something I was really psyched on, which is basically just the ability to restrict a coupon to single use. I think that's critical when it comes to coupons, small but mighty update. And now we can just make sure that someone's not getting a coupon code and then just running that same discount over and over on you.
Yeah, lots of use cases for that one. I'm sure you can imagine.
The next one was another enhancement. So in workflows, hopefully we all know we can copy contacts from one account to another. And that was a really big one because a lot of folks do marketing. Let's say I work with a franchise and I generate leads that need to be dispersed to the different franchise locations based on like where the lead is coming from. This enables that, right? I can do all my lead gen in one sub account, and then I could use if else and then push those contacts into the sub account that it needs to go to. And that action got some updates this week. Off the top of my head, I think you can now like choose tags from either the location, something like that. But basically you have more granular control over what gets moved, right?
Yeah. Lot more granular control there. You can also skip the copy function if the contact doesn't have an email or a name. So, being able to keep your list hygiene nice and high. So nice updates there.
Next one is app marketplace enhancements, new webhooks. This one I'm not familiar with. Do you know the details of that one?
So let's see. We've got opportunity update webhook. So this is for notifications regarding any update to the opportunity. So, yeah, it basically just the ability to see what's going on with an opportunity, and then a user create webhook.
Okay, so this basically gives the integrators access to more stuff that
Yeah,
they can
yeah,
then build with. So that's
exactly.
pretty cool. If you're an integrator, you're probably excited about that one.
Hmm.
Conversation AI got a big update this week. Basically, in Conversation AI, you can sort of build the structure of the conversation that you want the bot to have. And now you can reorder that really easily, drag and drop. And I saw a couple of people sort of freaking out about how big of an update that actually was, even though it seemed pretty small.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, if you're playing with Conversation AI, your life just got easier and you got a little bit more control over your bot there.
Yep. Just head on into the settings. It's right there. A section called Conversation Flow, and you can reorder and edit that at will.
Our next update was for calendars. So calendar availability, weekly working hours, and date specific hours. So this, I think the way that we used to do this was manually, right? Like, okay, my normal operating hours are 9 to 5. You can schedule in those windows, but on this specific date, I know I'm going on vacation or I have a dentist appointment or whatever it may be. You would like go to that date and just put like a block there or something like that. Well,
Yeah.
now in the config, we have the ability to just easily sort of spin up one-off availabilities, right? So
Yeah.
maybe outside of your normal 9 to 5 on a specific day, you're going to be available. You can just go and add that right there in the settings.
Yeah. And you can add a bunch of them too. So if you know, you could just go into like the holidays you're going to be off, or whatever it happens to be, you can just tee them up.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I think a bunch of people were excited about that one for sure. The next one, oh man, this one just warmed my heart. If you build websites and you've been working with domains and domain registrars, you know how massive of an update this is. And essentially, we just took the whole redirection challenge and pulled it into HighLevel and made it pretty seamless. You want to elaborate on this one a little bit?
Yeah, so this basically just gives you a way to do redirects directly to www domain. So you don't have to like worry about doing redirects at the registrar or the DNS level and then trying to figure out, oh, did I use an A record or a C name there? We just handle everything within one place in HighLevel. So it makes it super, super easy to manage those URL redirects.
And this was like the final piece of what the dev team has been doing here, right? So first we can connect domains obviously in HighLevel. Then they made the like domain connect wizard, right? So if you're using Cloudflare or GoDaddy or the other top things, it'll just recognize that and you just hit go and it'll go set the records for you, which is amazing. Then they added in the domain redirect the ability to do what we're talking about, which is essentially redirect one to another. So www to non-www with path forwarding, right? So
Yeah.
if I go to www.yoursite.com/contact us, it's going to redirect me to justYourSite.com/contact us. Amazing. And then the
Yeah.
last piece of this was they took that and they put it into the domain connect wizard. And I just used this yesterday and it worked automagically. Where if you say you also want to do the www, it automatically sets that redirect with the path forwarding. Behind the scenes, it's just done. And so again, if you know the pain of having to work with domains and set up redirect rules, and some registrars let you do it, others don't, like it was just a total mess. And now it's all seamless and magical right in HighLevel. It
Yeah.
sounds like Dan used it the other day as well, and he also thought it was auto magical and so easy. So amazing work to the team that put that together.
Yeah.
Next up, we had a SaaS update for SaaS mode to handle duplicate subscriptions. So that's all been squared away. We shouldn't see any more duplicate subscription issues in SaaS mode. Oh, and then the email builder got a cool update with Loom. I haven't played with that one yet, though. Have you, Ryan?
I have not, but it worked. I mean, I've seen it in there. I haven't put any Loom videos quite yet, but it works the same way where you just add in a video element into the email editor, and then paste in the URL, and it will automatically give you a thumbnail and a nice little play button, so you don't have to go into Photoshop and create all that stuff on your own. So nice and easy, because Loom is definitely taken off. So
definitely, yep. So now, just like YouTube, you could just select Loom, throw the URL in there, and it'll pull everything in. It looks fantastic. Really good work to the team on that one. I know there's a ton of Loom users in the house, so everybody should be pretty psyched on that update. The next one is another one that, this is funny, because when I saw this, I went into the Facebook group and I made like a cryptic post like, oh my gosh, like a mind-blowing update happened today. Has anybody seen it yet? Because it was really early, right? Like, I love when people spot things before Sean drops the coming at you video. And the post like blew up. Everybody was like going nuts about what is this monumental feature that came out? And I kind of felt like, oh man, I feel like this got a little overblown. But to me, it didn't, because this is an incredibly powerful feature, right? We can now use conditional logic in forms to show and hide form fields. So again, if you've been building websites and stuff, you know that this is kind of a complex feature, that we used to use things in WordPress land, like gravity forms or something, to do it, where basically, let's say you make a field and it's got multiple options in it. Well, you don't want to have a long form that has every sort of field in there that they may or may not need to choose, right? So let's say I've got a field that's like, are you interested in a t-shirt or pants? If I choose a t-shirt, well, then I need to ask you a couple more questions relative to t-shirts, but not to pants. And so I can then automatically have those fields appear because you chose t-shirt in option or question number 1. Ryan, I don't know if it hit home as hard for you, but man, for me, this was such a cool update.
Well, especially like in the coaching world too, like if you're doing any kind of like applications, if this, then that. I mean, you don't need them to fill out their annual income if they don't have a job, stuff like that. So yeah, it's definitely, it eliminates a lot of stuff, and basically it's taking a lot of the stuff that you would have to use a job form for, and you no longer have to do that. So
totally.
a continuing theme is that you can eliminate subscriptions by just using things that are just going to be included here.
Totally. And I think it just allows for like cleaner marketing, right? Like it's like, you're filling out a form and it's like,
form,
do you want us to text you as well? If they say yes, then pop the phone field. Like it's a nice, incredibly powerful feature. And now it's in HighLevel forms. I'm so pumped up on that. Like you said, I think there'll be a lot of people that are, finally going to be able to ditch their drop form bill there with that one update. So amazing work to the forum team as well. This next one was from our team. So we dropped 5 new Local Hero Playbook white label videos. So, everybody wants more and more white label videos. This was sort of a big first step forward. If you're on the $497 plan, or if you go up to it, you get access to the Local Hero Playbook, which is really a course to take you from 0 to your first 5 SaaS customers and beyond. And now in that course, it always had a website template. So there's a SaaS website template for you to set yourself up in business. But now that template got a support page with 5 white labeled support videos that address the features that are relevant to the offer that's taught in the course. So basically now you go in there, you learn what to sell, how to sell it, and now there are white labeled support videos to support what you're selling, kind of rounded off that whole course there.
Yeah, huge props to the team for getting that stuff together, and then we'll continue to build out that library so that you guys have got stuff that you can just point to and not have to create your own videos.
Yeah, and Dan pointed out, where are those videos? So you just reminded me, Dan, we have to push the snapshot update. So we'll go do that as soon as we finish recording, and then they'll be in the latest version of the Local Hero Playbook snapshot. If you don't have that in your university, university.gohighlevel.com, just open up a chat with support. Again, you do need to be on 497. So if you are, chat support, they'll grant it to you, and then you'll see it in your university. And then you can get access to all that stuff. We also have a mastermind coming up in 2 weeks. It is sold out, but there'll be another one in a couple of months. So if you are interested in starting your journey as a SaaSpreneur, opening up a SaaS business for yourself, I would strongly consider coming to hang out with us in Dallas at one of the masterminds where we go through all that in more detail. Which brings us to our final release of the week, which is the Lead Connector mobile app got an update, and I'm sure there's a bunch of stuff in there.
Yeah, the main thing that stuck out to me is that live chat's now supported in there as a channel. So if you've
big one.
got the chat widget and it's in live chat mode, now you can respond on the go, which was a heavily requested feature. So that's a
Totally.
big one. And then also another kind of more notable, I don't think it was this release, but in a previous release, you can now search through payments associated with contacts. So you can say like Bob the Builder bought this thing, which was another kind of one of those things that you'd want to reference on your phone and not have to log into the web app. So more and
Totally.
more information and data coming to the mobile app, so you don't have to log into the web every single time.
Constantly. And I think
Yeah.
we'll do a bigger presentation on the mobile app soon because it's gotten so many updates. But definitely, if you haven't updated to the latest version, hit your app store, make sure you update so you see all that new stuff that's in there. Fantastic job by the mobile team, as always. Which brings us to the end of the show where we get to tease, the fun part. What are you most excited about? What's coming down the pipe, Ryan?
So for me, it's this idea of, okay, somebody landed on your page, but they didn't do anything. So now what will be coming up here is that a page view can be a workflow trigger. So if they came to this special page that you wanted them to, you don't have to worry about, oh, did I get the trigger link in there? I forgot to put it there. You can just say, if they come to this page and there's a page view event, then trigger this workflow. So that can be huge for people that clicked on links in emails or what have you, and you want to put them into an opportunity list to start reaching out manually, or put them through an email automation or whatever you want to do with workflows. So huge opportunities for creativity there.
Totally. And I know
Yeah.
that one's been on the ideas board for a while. So it's got a ton of votes. I think a lot of people are going to be really psyched when that drops.
Mhm.
I've got two actually, because I was just reminded of one when we were talking about the mobile app. So, which reminded me that a new dedicated mobile app is coming for the client portal. So basically, for courses and memberships and payments and affiliate stuff, all of that is now merging in the client portal, and that is getting its own dedicated mobile app, which is going to be massive.
Yeah.
The team's working on it right now. They haven't named it yet. So if you have any suggestions, let us know in the comments. But that is going to be huge. I know our entire learner community that is deep in the world of communities and memberships and courses are going to be absolutely thrilled to have a full native app for their learners. And so that's going to roll out pretty soon. And the other one that I'm super pumped on that I saw pop up on the list, so it must mean it's getting close, is back to the integrator marketplace. They're now going to have the ability to build in widgets or elements for the funnel and website builder. So this is so exciting me because to me, this is basically, that WordPress moment of when anybody can start building plugins for high-level websites. And I just think, knowing the creativity of the integrator community, they're just going to start building amazing stuff that we're going to want to add into our funnel and website builders. So we can just drag it in and then, we've got the widget live on the site.
The added bonus of simplicity there. I mean, if you've ever used WordPress plugins, it's not drag and drop. It's click and install and then figure out what it did. So
Totally.
a lot of great stuff can come from that for sure.
Before we wrap, I see one question from YouTube about payments. So yeah, the payment API is being worked on right now as well. So by the end of Q1, beginning of Q2, payments are going to be wide open. So again, the integrator community is going to be able to integrate any payment gateway. So I'm sure someone's going to build one for Razor. I know that's a huge gateway in India that people have been begging for. I know there's another one in Latin America that people have been begging for, in Europe and so on. And so payments, you're going to see a huge emphasis on payments. It's going to be wide open. The teams right now are hard at work on things like taxes, VAT, all that kind of stuff. They're also hard at work at shipping for e-com. So this is a big quarter for payments. Teams hard at work on all that kind of stuff. So basically come to Q2. A lot of the folks that are outside the US that have been waiting on these types of things should be pretty happy. So we're excited. Sit tight. It's almost out. And with that, I hope everyone has a happy weekend. We'll see you guys next Friday.
See you guys. Take care.